Hey, hey, hey! Tuesday again, my friends. How the devil are you? Lovely, lovely sunny day in the Cotswolds, and it's warm. Look, I haven't got the top on. I haven't got the sleeves top on. Whatever. Anyway, how are you? How are you doing? How was your WrestleMania weekend? Mine was pretty damn great. I'm sure many of you tuned in to my 2 live sets. I did DJ Fully Loaded back on your airwaves. I did 2 live sets. Both of them was fantastic. Did a trance set on Saturday night. Did a liquid drum and bass night on Sunday night. Saturday night we had a really great conversation in the chat talking about some old school YouTubers. Wow, the names that came up. Kent fucking Jones, remember that guy? That's what I haven't heard that name in at least a decade. Easily a decade. Like fucking hell. People saying they've been watching my vids since like 2007, 2010, 2011. It's like wow. It's such a mind-blowing thing. Such a humbling thing. You know, to get told that someone has been watching your videos for this amount of time and they sat there in the chat with you, listening to your tunes and asking you questions. It's fucking great. And then we had so I did it in the chat on the Saturday because it was a new mix and I really wanted to get it right. And then on Sunday, instead I just thought, fuck it, I'm going to play a mix that I've played before. So I actually directed my, I asked for questions and I talked to you guys, and that was amazing. Really enjoyed that. That's something I'd like to start doing. Maybe I want to say once a month, but it takes me a long time to make my mixes. If you're watching them, you can see I've got the mix points on Virtual DJ, and that takes time. I couldn't just do an impromptu set because the thing with me and my mixes is I'm such a fucking perfectionist. They've got to be perfect. So for that, they need a lot of practice. So I'll play my sets again and again. I'll record them, and what I like to do is I like to go out in one of the MGs and just blast the music, blast it really loud, because I can pick up where I've made mistakes or what doesn't quite sound right. But yeah, I like to start doing them whenever there's a. How's this sound? Whenever I've got a new mix ready, I'll premiere it on YouTube, and you guys can hear it, and we can do a Q&A, and it'll be all good. How's that sound? So yeah, WrestleMania night 1 I really enjoyed. I got really stoned. For the first time in about a month, I got really high. So all the things that were hilarious, like for example the rain, and like Mandy Rose falling over, and all the things like that, Michael Cole fucking up things and left, right and centre, and Samoa Joe in a poncho, and all the things that were mildly amusing I thought were absolutely hilarious. So that was good. Of course, the flip side is that what I think is it set the expectations for night 2, because night 2 had the better looking card on paper. So I think that it set the expectations way too high for night 2. So most of night 2 I sat there. I mean, I didn't get high for one thing. I sat there with my face on my hand just going, I want to go to bed. And when the main event came, by the time the main event came around, it's one of those, look, I don't care how good this match is, I just want to go to bed. Now admittedly it was a really enjoyable match, and yeah, I said Reigns was going to win. I said at the Royal Rumble that Reigns was going to win, for goodness sake. Yeah, so, but yeah, really good match, but at the same time, absolutely dying. And because my body clock is set for 6 in the morning, a show that finishes at 5 o'clock, not going to be good for me in my sleep. So when my body wakes me up at 7 o'clock yesterday, and realised, oh, you are an arse. So I had 4 hours sleep on Saturday night. I had 2 hours sleep yesterday. So when 9:30 came around last night, and I was fast asleep on my sofa, the wife's like, "Come on, Mark, you need to go to bed." And then of course, because I was so tired, my body clock would, for once, actually let me have a lie in this morning. Woke up at 8:30. Oh yes, which is good and bad, because today is fucking gym day. I know the gym's opened yesterday in the UK, but my gym, the one that's 6 miles up the road, opens for the first time today at midday, in 2 hours time when I'm recording this. Today it opens. I will be going there this afternoon. I'm going to go and do a cardio session. Nice and simple. I'm just going to go and do a cardio session. I'm going to start doing the push-pull leg split, which we can talk about if you want, starting tomorrow. But today I'm just going to go and check out the lie of the land, and I'm going to go and do some cross trainering. Is that a word? I'm going to go on the cross trainer, and I'm going to do some rowing. If you're wondering, isn't it? That's another thing. So try this out for me if you like. If it's possible for you to get to a gym, I call this workout 3 up, 2 down. Okay, it's going to take you half an hour, and you're going to need some music with some consistent beat. I don't know, one of my mixes maybe. There's a mix. I'll put a link to it in the description. Yeah, it's called Electronic Bliss, okay, and it's a house mix, and it's about 2 hours long, something like that. I can't remember exactly. And the reason you need something like house music, you need a consistent beat. Because think of it, when you're a cross trainer, your legs go up and down, okay. And this workout, the 3 up, 2 down, you need a consistent beat, okay. And it goes like this. So we're going to do it in minute blocks, okay. So you're going to start at minute 1 at the lowest setting your cross trainer has. They normally go up in levels, like 1, 2, 3, up to whatever, up to 20, so we say. So for the first minute, you do level 1, okay? Second minute, you're going to go up 3 notches. It's called 3 up, 2 down. You can probably guess where this is going to go. So we're going to put up to notch number 4. Okay, you do 1 minute at level 4. And then, third minute, you knock it down to level 2. And then you knock up to number 5, and number 3, and number 6, number 4. Now, you've just done number 4 at minute 2, didn't you? So but the thing is, because you're on a higher number, level 4 will seem like a piece of piss. So that's what it is you've given it some on a higher one, and then the one when you drop it down the 2 notches, it feels easier, even though it's still quite hard, if that makes sense. Now, the thing is, what makes this workout tricky, and the reason that you need something like house music, for example, that's right in the sun, isn't it? I'm sorry about that, guys. Is you've got to keep your feet going in time with the beat the whole time. If the tune drops out for whatever reason, just try and you know. And what you do is you do 15 minutes of that, and you go up as high as you can, and then you do 15 minutes the other way around. So you drop it down 3, then put it back up 2. Drop it down 3, put it back up 2, until you get back to level 1. That, friends, will wreck you if you're anything like me. It's hard. It is a difficult workout. Coming back down there, it's really, really quite simple. So I'm going to do that. What I do, as a thing, that I do 15 minutes of it as my standard warm up. When I'm doing a weight session, that's my standard warm up, because you need to do something to get the blood pumping, and that I find perfect. And then I'm going to do a 2,000 meter row. After that, back in the day, if you remember the fitness videos I used to do in like 2015, I used to be able to do a 2,000 meter row in 7 minutes, to about 7.5 minutes. It was under 8. It was sub 8 minutes, and I know that much. Now that would wreck me now. I haven't been on a rowing machine for over a year, so I'm going to do a 2,000 meter row and just see what I do. Just see what time I do. There is literally just, what can I do? Can I still even do 2,000 meters in one go? Because, you know, might not be able to. Got to allow for that possibility. So yeah, I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this for over a year. Over a year now, I've been waiting for this fucking day. So I'm going to do that. Looking forward to that a great deal. So this morning, before I had anything to eat or drink, I got my wonderful wife to take some photographs of me, which I'm not going to show you here, because you don't want to see me in just my pants, do you? That's no good. But I did also have my measurements taken. So in pure accountability, I'm going to tell you them right fucking now. So we took 5 measurements, and the plan is to look back in exactly 1 month's time and see where we're at, and we'll do it in months by month by month. I have in my hand a piece of paper. So my waist, which is it's not round your dick where your belt goes or anything like that, it's actually round your chest, round your belly button, sorry, is where your waist is. My waist is 44.8 inches. Okay, that's a bit bigger than I was hoping it would be, but you know, gotta be honest. My chest is 42. My neck is 60. These are all inches, by the way. My neck is 16. My thighs are 24, which I'm actually really quite impressed about. And most important one, because of the pythons, you know, the efforts. I have 13-inch biceps, and I think that's where, you know, where we want the growth to be the most when we start weightlifting proper. So I was going to do a video for you this week telling you about exercise and what's worked for me, and I can't help thinking that surely that's a vid for in a couple of weeks' time, when I've gotten back into a routine of the gym. I could do a video what's worked for me to this point, okay? But at the end of the day, I've done 13 of these videos, and I've pretty much told you what's been working up for me. So doing running, I run 3 times a week. I've ran 3 times in the last week. Interestingly, I was off work last week, but I was like, it was one of those, I'm on a holiday, but I can't fucking go anywhere. So just what I did in the end, I ran 3 times, and I played basketball with my best mate Connor. One of my best mates, Danny Ace is my other best mate. Jesus, he'll be watching it going, "Oi, what about me?" I've got 2 best mates. One of my best mates, Connor, we play basketball. We play horse. Yeah, it's that simple. But because we're massive Harry Potter nerds, we don't play horse, we play hippogriff, because we're fucking ridiculous and a huge nerd. So yeah, played 2 hours of basketball twice, and Connor routinely whoops my ass. So yeah, that's good for me. As someone who's so very competitive, Connor whooping my ass it keeps me grounded, you know. So yeah, 2 basketball sessions and 3 runs as I did last week. But I've talked on these videos. It's all common sense. Don't run before you walk, if you know what I mean. Just try running a little bit. Don't go, right, today I'm going to do a half marathon, and then be surprised when the next day you can't do a half marathon, and B, next day you wake up and you can't actually move, you know. But it's with me, what's worked is what's worked the most for me is doing 10,000 steps a day. That I cannot stress how good for you 10,000 steps is, because you'll burn a decent amount of calories and you'll keep yourself active. So if you do find yourself a 5,000 step walk, a 5,000 calorie walk would be magnificent, wouldn't it? But you're looking at a whole day, aren't you, realistically? So yeah, find yourself a 5,000 step walk and do it twice a day. Just do it first thing in the morning and do it last thing at night. If you've got a dog, great, even better. Just do that. 5,000 steps should take you 45 minutes tops. And I say that because I know that the speed that Alfie and I walk at, we do 10,000 steps in about 90 minutes. You know, on a good day, because of course he has to sniff everything. So annoying. But he's a dog, so that's what he does. But yeah, about 90 minutes should do 10,000 steps. So recently, as I've told you on a couple of vids, I've actually ramped my steps up now to 20,000 steps a day. So we do a 10,000 step walk in the morning and a 10,000 step walk in the evening. What I'm going to start doing, because of where the gym is, it's on a big industrial estate, this pure gym is, and I'm going to park my car as far away as possible from it. So there's the gym, there's a Halfords, there's a B&Q, there's all these various shops, there's a big ass Morrison's, and then there's an Aldi next to it. So I was thinking of parking my car in the Aldi car park and then walking, because it's 1,500 steps. I worked it out. I went to Aldi the other day and walked to the front door of the gym just to see. So that made I get myself an extra 3,000 steps. And because of the way my watch works, this is a bit of a cheat. Morning. The way that my watch works is that it counts cross-trainer steps as steps. It counts the moments of that. That counts as steps as well, so I can cheat a little bit and get a few extra steps. You know, I don't mind. So yeah, I can't. So I'll do you a vid, because I got a load of really nice comments last week. I can take the show down now. Hey, I got some really nice comments, especially through DMs, because people maybe felt a little bit embarrassed about my diet tips that I gave you last week. And I'm amazed that video went as well as it did, actually, because I actually recorded it twice over the previous weekend, and it was but I did it as audio instead of video, and they were so much better than the one that I came out in the end. Should have written notes, should have written like, these are your points, make sure you hit them, like I used to do with my fucking video reviews. Anyway, so yeah, I'll do you an exercise one in a couple of weeks' time, because I think to myself, like, I'm going to ask, when I get to Pure Gym today, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask them if I'm allowed to film in there, because the old gym I used to go to, you weren't allowed to film. So if I'm allowed to film, I can take my tripod and I can show you what I'm doing. Because, you know, back in the old day, I used to just set on my phone on the floor, like, look, this is me doing a bicep curl, yay. But I just want to check, because, you know, at the end of the day, I would rather have a little tripod so I can show you on one of my workouts. So today, this is how you do a lat pull down. I'm going to show you how to do it properly, because form is so important at this sort of thing, isn't it? Anyway, what else has happened? Oh, I mean, the little things. A guy came and bought a roof off us yesterday, off one of the MGs. That was nice, because I've got 5. It's sat in a warehouse somewhere. So it's one of those, oh, thank goodness for that. That's one of them gone. That's not important, is it? Busy and Gigi are booked into MGF 25, which is meant to be last year, the 25th, 25 years since the MGF first started being produced, but of course been cancelled. So it's MGF 25 plus 1. So we're taking both the girls to show that. That's going to be in June, I think it is. Booked the tickets yesterday, can't remember. So that's good. And yeah, so yesterday a lot of the lockdown restrictions were lifted, so hopefully these videos will be more of what I'm getting up to over the next couple of weeks now, which is good. And the sun's shining, the birds are singing, the gyms are open, and life is good, isn't it? So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to my little vlog once again. Thank you to everyone who tuned into my live stream. I was expecting like to be sat there on my own, basically, going, oh, the raving crew. But yeah, loads of people joined in, and it was really great. And they're both on my channel if you want to go and check them out. Copyright strikes all over the shop, but you know, I can't help that. At the end of the day, at least nowadays, you're allowed to put music on, and they just go, oh, we're going to take the money off them. Like, dude, they don't make any fucking money. Be my guest. As long as they don't pull it down, happy days. You know, I don't mind that. What else do I want to tell you before I go? Oh yeah, we should be recording an episode of Swap this week. I just don't know when, because right at this moment I've not got a clue. But yeah, there will be a new one next week. It's gonna be well. I said on one of the mixes, we're doing rivalries this time. What to do is talk about the best rivalries in professional wrestling. That should be a lot of fun, shouldn't it? That's a topic that doesn't need any research. and it's just one of those, let's just talk for an hour. So that should be a really good conversation. Anyway, I'm at the gate. I've been Mark P. Thank you ever so much for watching my little vlog, and I will see you all, if not before, next week. Take it easy, guys.